Hey guys, wanted to share the AMA from today and ask me anything for Hodl token. Really great AMA. Wanted to share that with you guys. So I am uploading the full AMA for you guys to hear it. This is some exciting stuff going on. So thank you. Hope you enjoy it.
Okay, hi guys, welcome to the AMA for Hodl. Gonna hand over to the dev for Ask Me Anything.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cool. Thank you, Ben, and thank you everyone for joining in and tuning in for the AMA. And uh, thanks to everyone for sending the wishes. I think I'm almost there now, back to normal. It was a tough, like the last few days, but yeah, like there's always light at the end of the tunnel, right? So now we're back in business, back at it again, going strong. I think let me just address a few things, and let me just give you guys a few updates on what's happening, because there have been a few things that have been going on in the back end, and and then I think we'll take up the questions, the most upvoted questions on Reddit, and then probably we'll open up the channel for a few questions out here. I think that's how we'll uh, keep the session. It's been the journey for Hodl has been for like more than 6 weeks now, 6 to 7 weeks. We are still like a fledgling. I always like to call this a startup, but where we have come in this time, in this short duration, it's been insane. It's been massive. We're at like almost 90,000 plus hodlers now, and I don't think so there has been any day where we have seen a dip in the number of holders. uh, that's a massive achievement if you look at it. And I just want to recap a few things on on what we have done in the last 6 weeks and how has the journey been so far. So I think to start off with, I think the tokenomics that were brought in, especially with the daily rewards, the passive income. We have seen, like, after the introduction of Hodl and these tokenomics, a lot of projects have started coming up with the same things, same functionalities. They've also added a few things to it. Again, like this stems from the same philosophy of what we want for the ecosystem to do, which is to build on the things that we are building on, right? And it grows the entire industry together, and that's something that's really cool. Till when like projects are legit, that's what we want. um, After the inception of the tokenomics, we saw the pre-sale got sold out. Then we saw a crazy influx from the beginning. um, there were we we went to there were a few marketing events that we did. The Miami blockchain conference, that was a crazy one. We had the Hodl stickers, we had the banners flying all over the city, we had the Hodl picnickers coming up, the QR sticker codes, everyone having a lot of fun. That was really cool. I think the kind of marketing activities that we have gotten into after that, we brought in a lot of TikTok influencers. That was again something to cater to the new audience, especially the new folks that are joining uh, in the bull run that was happening in the crypto world. So that was really cool. We had, like, I think we hit a total of almost 10 million new people, new users across 6 TikTokers in within a week. So that was massive. Similarly, we did like some campaigns on Instagram, wherein we hit a total of 7.5 million users. Again, that was immense. And I think looking at the last few days, uh, we were trending on Coin Market Cap for like almost, I think, 5 days straight, in the top search coin. Again, like that's all thanks to like everybody out here, and like to the people who have been shilling the coin, who have been speaking about it, going to the different groups and like educating people, spreading more awareness about the project and all of that. So big thanks to everyone who participated in that. And yeah, like I think all of this basically helped us get where we are, where we reached. Like I'm talking about the all-time highs. Obviously, the current situation is quite different from uh, like it was not in the roadmap. It was not in the uh, like again, like everything is an ebb and flow, right? Like everything moves through a crest and trough. So I think we're just going through a tough period, not just Hodl, but like the entire crypto market. But again, like I think new developments and new utilities is something that we are vying for, and that's something that we just want to keep bringing in and adding on, the new utilities into the ecosystem. So we saw the introduction of Hodl Wheel coming into it. The gamification was there on the roadmap for 4 months down the line, but again, because we saw the thing with the BNB pool, and we wanted to add another revenue stream to it, so that was a good opportunity for us to uh, leverage, one of the key things in the roadmap, which was gamification. So that was introduced, and again, that was the first phase of the gamification. We'll see much more games coming out in the future. I think we'll the idea is we'll basically build this to be like a gamer's paradise where you can come and play and like earn a lot of rewards. Um, Again, there have been a few things which have been lagging, but like the free spin thing. So that's coming out in a few days. Again, like we ran into some issues with the final testing, wherein we want to like have a period of like 24 hours for everyone. So yeah, I think uh, from the roadmap that was set in, I think we have fairly achieved what we wanted to do in the first 6 weeks, and hitting the numbers, the kind of numbers that we did in the first couple of weeks, first 2 to 3 weeks. That was kind of an insane trajectory, and now the aim is just to go back and like beat that, and like again go up and up and up. But again, like everything flows through an ebb and flow, and it's just a crest and trough cycle. And I think uh, I think this also is in a way, like something that establishes more confidence and trust in the project, uh, because I think the teams which like go through the dark times together, go through the times like this when there's so much uncertainty around the crypto market. I think that shows like the kind of team or the project you are invested in, you're vying for, you believe in. So I think this is a period from which a lot can be learned. I'm a firm believer of um, you you make the most out of chaos. Chaos is where the maximum number of opportunities come out. If you look at technology, the World War I and World War II, they were like some of the biggest breakthroughs in terms of technologies, and you'll call them as like one of the worst periods in the history of mankind. But again, like you also look at the pros and cons for it, right? Like there's not like every period has something that it teaches to us, and I think that's what we need to look at. We need to maintain a positive outlook out here. We need to look at developments. We're still like only 6 weeks into the system, and yeah, I think the kind of developments that have already come out, that shows the kind of team that's there working 24/7 in the back end. Uh, the small investor pool came up, a bunch of other things came up. So yeah, I think that's the key for like driving a business, a fintech company, or like a crypto project, be it anything. Incorporating feedback and listening to the community, the user feedback. I think that's the key, and that's been our goal and motivation from day one. And that's something that we are going to just keep on listening to and keep on incorporating. Again, like there are things which are possible, there are things which are not possible because the smart contracts are kind of immutable. So we can build something on top of the existing ones, but like there are some things which cannot be done. So we also need to take that into consideration on what is possible, what is not possible, and all of that. But again, like I think we are still very early in terms of where we are. The journey has just begun. Um, and yeah, I was still looking at, one of the best metrics for me, and something that made me really happy today was in the last few days actually was I was looking at the number of days it required for the initial investment to be recouped. So it again fell under like 7 to 6 months. So again, like that's a very healthy number, and I think till when we can sustain it to be under a year, we are like fairly competitive, and like that's a crazy return in my opinion. So I think that's again something that we have been vying for from day one, and we want to basically establish this as a as not just a crypto project, but as a passive income project, right? Like that's the idea. That's how we have been modeling it now, and that's how we are building the entire ecosystem around it. Now the idea is we know like we just can't solely rely on volume on day-to-day basis, so we need to add like more revenue streams to the BNB pool. One of the things has already come in with gamification. So now the next immediate thing and the key development for us is going to be the NFT marketplace. So the idea is going to be like there's going to be a transaction fee, and a portion of, or maybe the entire part of the transaction fee is going to directly go into the BNB pool. So that's adding, another revenue stream for the BNB pool. So yeah, things like this will keep on happening. New revenue streams will keep on getting added. Uh, we also had like a really cool and interesting conversation with the Super Shiba, the SafeTex people, on like how can they, you know, uh, make some changes. And again, like I don't want to dip 12 into a lot of things because it's still like at a very native stage. But like, yeah, these guys have been working to help us out, like improve the tokenomics, help us in a way to figure out how can we remove that 7.5 billion bot sale, which a lot of people still don't understand. It's doing good for us, not bad for us. So yeah, like I think a lot of things are happening in the back end, and yeah, I think the next few weeks are going to be exciting. Be it in a bear market, be it in a bull market, be it in any market. Uh, the developments are going to keep on coming up, and I think that's the key. And uh, we are just going to keep on adding more utility to the ecosystem. That's the thing. We want to show everyone that we are not here for like just the initial pump and dump, and then we say sayonara and go away. We are here to build like we are here to like create the impact, and that's the thing that we have been saying from day one. Impact is what drives us, and that's what motivates us, and that's what we want to change. Like, to be honest, seeing like the tokenomics become so popular, and the daily rewards being like getting implemented in so many projects, that was like a lot of people say like, oh, so many copycats came up and they took their share. That's true, but again, like at the same time, that also shows like you're doing something in a positive direction in a way, right? And you're the one to start that in a way. So yeah, that's cool. That's great, and I think it shows like we are headed in the right direction, and the kind of ecosystem that we are planning to develop is going to be one of its kind. And I think once the entire uh, platform is built, once the entire ecosystem is built, then it would be something that not a lot of people would be able to rival it, and that's when the entire the Hodl thing will come out. So we are still like, again, I'll just keep on repeating the same thing, but like, yeah, we are super early. It's just 6 weeks. Uh, a lot of things are happening in the back end. A lot of developments are going on. So yeah, just sit back, relax, keep on earning the daily BNBs, and yeah, like just ignore what's happening out there. Put some trust, and yeah, just chill. I think I'll go to the Reddit one. Just take some questions from there.
While he does that, I just want to say that if anybody is taking notes from the AMA today, posted in the main chat afterwards. There are a bunch of people that are wanting to get information from the AMA today, and they're hearing impaired. I'm getting a few DMs about it. So if anyone's taking notes, you can also DM it to me too. I'll put it on the Reddit and stuff afterwards. This is Raj.
All right, thanks, Raj. Yeah, like going to the question. So, any question which has more than 5 upvotes I'll like answer those. The first one is a word recorded in the work. So yeah,
We
Your mic
can't
is
hear
getting
you.
muffled, Hodl.
oh sorry. So the first question is the cert recorded in the works? So yeah, the answer is yes. We have reached out to them, but we are waiting on the timelines for it and the process for it. They are like overloaded with a lot of projects and a lot of audits, so it's going to take some time. But again, there are 2 audits which Certic does. One is the fast track one. The other one is the full audit, which takes like roughly 4 to 6 weeks. So we're still figuring it out with them, and yeah, we'll share an update whenever we get to know more about it. Okay, the second one, now that the wheel has been released, what are the new things, features the team are working on next to increase the adoption or make Hodl more attractive to investors? I think, again, the key USP out here is still the tokenomics. It's still the passive income. It's still the BNBs. Now the idea is how do we increase the revenue streams for BNB? I think that's something that's something that we have to tackle. I think that's a new question. And so the thing, I think with more games coming out, that would be another addition to the revenue stream for the BNB pool. And with the NFT marketplace coming out, I think that's going to add something that's going to like definitely add a new revenue stream to the BNB pool. We also have a few more ideas around like what else can be done on it. But again, like it needs some more refining and like the final touches. So I think we can keep it for later. But again, like we have. So this is one of the conversation I just had with Raj as well, and he mentioned he gave this perspective on that the roadmap is only for the next 6 months, kind of. So what we'll do is we'll also like brainstorm around it, like what more can be done around Hodl. Maybe Hodl gets into payments. Maybe Hodl gets into Dexes, something else. I don't know. There are a bunch of things which we have in the back of our heads, but again, nothing is as concrete as the NFT marketplace for the short term. So I think in the next AMA we'll also update you guys on what's going to happen and what's the bigger roadmap for. Like at least we'll be covering 1 year of the developments in that. And again, the key for everything would be building more revenue streams for the BNB pool, and how do we keep on increasing the adoption and awareness simultaneously. That would be the idea. So it would be both a marketing thing and the development thing. Okay, coming to the next one, which will be the next exchange listing. Again, we are in talks with a couple of exchanges. There were like a few roadblocks that were hit. Essentially, that's because of the kind of the tokenomics, but again, that was bound to happen. But we have the fallback mechanisms that I've already shared with this group about. So it's not a red flag or anything, but it's just like something that's creating more time. So yeah, we are still in talks, and it should be happening soon. Again, I cannot like reveal the name of the exchanges, but like yeah, you'll be getting to know about it pretty soon. Okay, coming to the next one. If BNB drops another 50% from where it is at now, this would affect the price of Hodl exponentially. Are there any effective strategies in place to combat this problem? I think we have been speaking about price a lot. Again, like I've always maintained this position, like price is an outlier. A lot of things can go on this, right? Like it's not just something that you can just go outrightly and control. It's an output mechanism. It's not something It's an effect, it's not the cause. What we can affect is we can basically change the causes. We can change the inputs. By inputs, we mean how can we make the project more attractive? How can we spread more awareness around the project? Because we already know like it's a good project, it's a legit project, it's something uh, which is kind of new. It's and kind of evolutionary in a way for DeFi as a whole. So the idea is around how can we, bring in more utility to the ecosystem. I think that's the key out here, and that's the focus for us for the next few weeks, few months, on how can we build like more things into the ecosystem which will add utility and thereby provide more value for everyone. Uh, so that's the underlying thought process for us. And again, once you add more utility to the system, once you have more uh, people know about the project, and that's going to happen with time, more people are going to know about it, more people are going to come into the system, and that's something that we have seen with the trajectory of the number of holders. It's been increasing every day, so that's bound to happen. um, so yeah, and also like one of the key things is that affects Hodl's price is also the sentiment around the crypto as a whole, right? uh, it's not like we are immune to it. It's not like anything can happen in the outside world and like we won't be affected by that. We would be foolish to say that. So yeah, because essentially our everything in a way is derived from BNB, right? And if the price for BNB drops, definitely there would be an impact on Hodl. But again, like we believe in crypto for the long term. We are not here for the short term, like few weeks, few months. We believe we believe in the blockchain technology, and that's the very reason we started this entire thing in the first place. So even if they're like short term corrections or short term like ups and downs, I think in the long term, that's why the strategy of hodling comes into picture. The strategy of passive income comes into picture. Like even if you're um, like there are not a lot of projects where you still like see the red candles and still like get BNBs on the sides. So on a daily basis, that too. So I think that's something that's already built into the tokenomics, and now just the idea is how do we build like more revenue streams for it, more utility into the project, and like make make us less immune towards the outside corrections. I think that would be the thing. Okay, like moving to the next question. Okay, somebody's asked about the loyalty program. So yeah, like loyalty program will be incorporated. I think I don't know if we can touch upon it in the next AMA, but yeah, we'll be revealing the details on it pretty soon. Again, like it's something that's going to benefit the long-term holders. We'll have something like you hold for like X duration of time and you'll get like rewarded more tokens, something of that sorts. Maybe uh, the fees, the you might be given like extra spends. You might be given reduced fees for the spends, all of that. So like there are a lot of things, a lot of ideas around it. Again, like as we build the ecosystem, more things we'll have more metrics to play with. We'll have more data to incorporate, and we'll get like more functionalities for the loyalty program. So again, like too soon to comment about it, because uh, because once we say something, then like people just like take us for that. So I don't want to like commit on something. But again, like just giving you directional ideas, like this is something that's going to happen. You'll get like daily rewards, higher rewards for stay, like kind of holding for a certain duration of time. You would have uh, like better rewards in the hodl wheel, in the gamification. You'll get more free spins, all of that stuff. What do you think is the fair market cap for? Again, not getting into the pricing. People have been running after a couple of new features which came out after Hodl. Excuse me. So one is order BNB distribution. Okay. So I don't think so we'll ever go into an order feature. I think this is something that we have spoken about. Like we have had a lot of conversations around this internally, and one of the things that and one of the revenue streams that we want to add in the future is also we want to monetize in a way the DApp. So the idea is we have people visiting the page on a daily basis, and once we have like a significant number of people, let's say we had 1 million people like somewhere down the road, so that's like almost 1 million people visiting the page on a daily basis. So that creates another revenue stream, and the idea is like all the revenue from this will again go back into the BNB. So that's another thing that we want to add. So by just having this auto claim feature, people will just like forget about the coin. They won't like interact with it. That's again like the entire idea of this passive income and this like manually claiming the BNBs comes from behavioral economics and the fact of instant gratification. So we want to keep it very much alive. And yeah, I think even though we can build an auto claim feature, we would rather not, because we want to like get into all of this. Auto buyback and burn. Yeah, so this one is an interesting one. So this is something that we are exploring as well. It could be that we build a new contract on top of the existing one, and like we can introduce this functionality. Again, like too soon to commit on that, but again, it's something that we are exploring right now. So if this is possible, this is like theoretically it's possible. So we are just like looking at building a new smart contract on top, and like then seeing if it behaves in the same functionality. Again, it would be a tweaked version. It won't be the same version. We would kind of be utilizing the reserve pool for this. So that's the underlying idea around it. So yeah, if it is feasible, yeah, we'll have it implemented ASAP. Okay, I'll just move to the next person now. Auto claim again. Answered that. Okay, like somebody's asking for a formal marketing plan. I think in terms of marketing, it's again an ongoing activity, right? Like, and there's a lot of things that won't be visible to a lot of people out here, because not everybody is active on channels or like all geographies. So just to give you guys a few updates on marketing, so we have already collaborated with a YouTube influencer who's going to do like weekly videos for us. He has more than 200,000 subs. Then we have hired a dedicated marketing agency who's running like multiple ads on like different social media networks. Then we also have a lot of people, the mods, who are like putting in their resources. They're like so we have people out here who are like big time like hodlers, and they are running like multi-million-dollar companies, and they are already experts in terms of SEO, SEM, like different ads, Insta, Twitter, all of that. So we are also like, and these guys are like, they want the project to succeed because they believe in the vision, they believe in the team, they believe in the project. So they're also like, they reached out to us, and like they want to help us out with all of these things. So yeah, so like a lot of things are happening in the marketing, on the marketing front. Again, like everything combines together, and like like just falls into a piece sometimes. And that's how we saw like how we trended on coin market cap for like, I think, for 4 to 5 days straight. We were in the newsletter, in the most trending coin, in the most viewed coin, more than Bitcoin. So that was an amazing feat. I think all of that happens with like all of these activities happening in the back end. One of the key things that we want to work on is the improving the SEO. I think that's something we already have a very creative brand name, and it's a very popular word. So we need to start leveraging that into a better outcome. Again, like SEO is something that takes a bit of time because it's kind of like building your brand. So we have a couple of people who've already reached out to us, like a couple of admins actually. Uh, uh, yeah, so they're already experts in these areas, and like they want to help us out. They want to help us build the brand. So everything is being combined together, and like is being done simultaneously. Again, like we can't like have everything written down on the website somewhere. Okay, this is what's going to happen today, tomorrow, all of that. Like we also want to have some kind of a surprise element towards it. But yeah, like we are running ads on PooCon, we are running ads on Insta, FB, YouTube ads are going to go live soon. So a lot of things are happening. We are also collaborating with a few influencers. So things are like things just keep on happening on the marketing front in the back end. And I think again, like this is one of the inputs that we want to hit. And again, the price, the market cap, all of that is an output that gets affected by this. Moving to the next question, do you plan to continue promoting the project in the next months after the initial hype? I think, yeah, that's something that we are already doing. What are the plans to make the rewards pool more sustainable, long-term, and independent from volume? Yeah, so I think this is where the utility comes in, and with the NFTs coming in, with more games coming in, with the advertisements that I just spoke about. Once we hit like a good chunk of users who are claiming the BNBs daily, I think that would be adding to the multiple revenue streams. We have more ideas, but again, like too soon to like speak about them. Can we add a bonus system for long-term holders? Yes, that's coming. That's coming with the loyalty program. Around the Hodl wheel, can we add commerce to the amount of Hodl wheel to make it easier? Yeah, we again like we just expedited, accelerated the uh, the release for the Hodl wheel because like everybody wanted that, like what's happening and with the developments and all of that stuff. So again, it was kind of a rushed release, so it wasn't like the perfect UI for like mobile. It was more tuned towards desktop. It's not like tuned towards like smaller screens. So yeah, that's something that we are working on. Uh, Maybe add a disclaimer. Again, it's not gambling; it's rewards. Okay, let's see more questions. I think there's a lot of repetition, so I'm just like skimming through them.
A lot of people are asking about the airdrop.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So one of the things was around the airdrop. Okay. So what are we doing is, you know, we are actually taking it to the next level. So we still haven't received the data from the team that we conducted the airdrop on. So what we want to do is rather than just doing the the airdrop that was there for like the initial folks, we are actually going to open it for everyone. So the free spin that we spoke about, right? So we'll allocate like a certain chunk of tokens that anyone, whether you're holding some tokens, whether you're not holding any tokens. Again, the number of tokens will vary based on how many tokens you're holding. Uh, you would be eligible for that. So that's going to be kind of analogous to what an airdrop is, and that can happen on a regular basis. Again, we have a airdrop wallet, so that's where the tokens are coming from. So it's not something that's being created, minted, or anything. We don't have that functionality. We already have an airdrop wallet, and that's going to be used for this functionality.
Do we want to open it up for the hand raising now, so we could take a break from the Reddit and move into the live questions?
Yeah, I'm just going through the final set of questions. I think we can do that.
Okay, if people want to raise their hand, you'll come up blue on my screen, and then you can ask the question. If you can try and keep it to one, that would be great. Okay, so the first person is Prabhu M. If you unmute your mic, and then you can ask your question.
Yeah, hi Dev, this is Prabhu. I just have one question. So, you have been the face of Hodl developer, right? So, can we know a bit about the team? How much? I mean, how many people are working behind the scenes?
Yeah, so see, the team has been expanding. So we had a couple of more people for like the Hodl wheel as well, and for the NFTs as well. We are like going to be hiring more folks. I think we'll release an updated. So there have been some structural changes as well. There have been a lot of people from within the community as well, who have taken up reins, who are like big time believers in the project and who want to like dedicate more time towards the project. So we are like aligning on all of the key responsibilities and everything. So you'll also see an updated uh, like a structural thing on the website pretty soon.
Okay, the next person is Crypto King. If you unmute your mic, you can ask a question.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone, I appreciate it, Deb, for all the information thus far. I'm just concerned about the exchanges. If you have maybe bigger exchanges that are actually giving conditions and lots of stuff before they list Hodl, do you have any plan to actually step a little bit lower to maybe smaller exchanges? I mean, just starting from somewhere before we get into some of the bigger exchanges with their different requirements and a couple of that.
To be honest, we have already initiated conversations with kind of like the mid-tier ones and a big one. So yeah, they're already underway. We haven't spoken to those small ones. Again, like it's about like um, you know uh, like having that one home run versus like just moving around the bases. So I think again, like it stems from the same philosophy of quality versus quantity. Like let's have that one thing, even if it takes like a few more days, it's fine. But again, the talks have been good. They have been progressive. So I think we'll have it pretty soon.
Okay, and also if you're going to ask a question, please keep it to a new question. There's a lot of other AMAs you can listen to. So if we keep it up to date and fresh, that would be great. The next person is Harry Singh.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question was pretty much as far as the BNB reward pool, is it manually insert or is it automatic? And another question to that is if it was to be manually, is it like a certain time when the BNB pool is at its highest?
Are you talking about the claim or like? Sorry, I did not get the question.
Yeah, the claim. So the claim. What I'm talking
Yeah.
about is like as far as the BNB pool, do you manually have to add it into the pool, or is it automatically added to it?
All right. So no. So you have it's an auto feature. So we have a bot. We have an internal function which basically converts the Hodl into BNB. I think the 7.5 billion bot that everybody talks about. So that's the one. So that keeps on adding. Uh, so that's again like we have like multiple streams now. So from the volume, whenever the 4.5% taxed BNB comes into the smart contract, that's converted into BNB, and then it gets directly sent to the BNB pool. The second thing is the BNB fees that we charge, which is 0.01 for every spin for Hodl wheel. That goes automatically into the pool. So nothing is manual; everything is automated.
Ben, just check your messages, mate.
Okay, mate, we'll do. The next person is M.N. If you unmute your mic, you can speak.
Hi, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And I really appreciate all the hard work the team has put into this project. And I wanted to know, like, if I can get a chance to speak to Hodl Token or somebody else to know how can I add more value to the project, because I've got more than 15 years of experience in gaming, UX, and gamification. And now that I have invested into the project, I'd like to add value. So I think I did get a chance to send you some messages, but then I think we got busy. So as the main dev lead, if I can get a few minutes of your time, maybe we can have a discussion.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like this is something that's like really like sorry, yeah, this is something that's that's the best part about having this community. Like so we have like people like Pit Doge as well. Like he actually built a dice game by himself for the project which he wants to release. So yeah, like I think we can work on something. We can actually have a separate group for like people who are interested in development, and probably if we see something good, maybe like have some long-term collab or anything some of that sort as well. So yeah, I think we'll just take it off online, like offline, and like we'll have a one-on-one conversation on that.
Okay, just let me know if you want to go back to any of the Reddit questions. I'll carry on with the hands up here.
No, I think the Reddit ones are answered. It's all the repetition after that.
Okay, no problem. Albert Allen, if you unmute your mic, you can speak. Okay, moving on. We'll take TSAR.
Yes, hi, and thanks for hosting this again. Quick question. Is it possible to integrate a dashboard which will basically show a lifetime earnings per wallet and maybe perhaps like an overall payout to all the holders? I think that from a marketing standpoint, that'll be a good feature.
Yeah, so that's something that's there in the Hodl wheel, but that's not there in the initial smart contract. So we will have to basically build an API for it, and like like it's a tedious process, and like we'll have to basically work on an API to build that and like see okay, like from this contract how much BNB went to this particular address and all of that stuff. So it's going to take a fair bit of time, but yeah, it's something that can be done. It was something that I think a lot of people brought it up earlier as well, but again, like it was kind of fairly time consuming. So we had basically kept it in the pipeline, and like we did not take it up till now.
Okay. Also, if any of the mods have got any questions that people have messaged them with or you think need answered, just fire away.
Yeah, I've got one quick.
Okay, mate. Go ahead.
It's from Himesh. He said, "Is there any progress ahead of integration of Hodl tokenomics with exchanges like BKEX?"
Yeah, so like we're already speaking to exchanges, and like we'll have something coming up pretty soon.
Oh, that brought up a good point. People have been asking, how does that work if they go to, when we do get listed on exchanges, how does the tax work with that? Is it still going to work the same?
Yeah, it's going to work in the same fashion. Again, like this is what is kind of delaying the listings, and it's kind of so basically there are two scenarios to it. Like one is we get into a direct wallet integration with the exchange, wherein you buy directly from the exchange, like you buy from PancakeSwap. You get taxed, and then you can basically claim the BNBs from that wallet itself. If that does not happen, so what we are going to do is we are going to exclude the exchange router from the fee. So there won't be any tax that's being charged from the exchange router. But again, you can't collect your BNBs from that wallet. So you need to basically transfer the tokens, the Hodl tokens from your exchange wallet to one of the compatible wallets, be it MetaMask, SafePal, Trust Wallet, or any of the other ones. So once you make a transfer from the exchange wallet to these wallets, there would be a 10% tax. So that's how the tokenomics will work.
Okay, we'll take the next
I
one.
got a
from
question.
Seb. Okay, mate, go ahead, and then I'll take Seb after you.
My question is about the audit. Is that in the pipeline?
Yeah, so we have reached out to Sortec. So there are a couple of audits from Sortec. One is a fast track one, which is basically covering, like it's a small one. It's like a quick one. Again, it's not an in-depth one, but it happens quickly. And the other one is like a full audit, which takes like 4 to 6 weeks. So we are speaking to them on timelines. Again, they are kind of occupied with a lot of projects, a lot of audits. So we are waiting for them to come back on the timelines.
Okay, Seb, go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the voice clarification. My question still remains to the developer. Can we at least have our BNB rewards accumulated for a minimum of like 1 week before we withdraw? Because the issue right now is when we go there to withdraw daily, we don't have 100 billions of the coin. We just have tens of billions. If we want to withdraw a BNB, the fees are always more than the reward. So we end up getting negatives into our smart chain wallet instead of getting an inflow. So I want to know if there's anything in place that you guys are putting in to ensure that maybe we can accumulate for like 3 or 1 week and withdraw one time so that the fees will not be eating up our rewards.
Yeah, so we already have the small investors pool up and running, wherein people who hold like less than 2 billion of the tokens, they get paid back the gas fee as well. I know there have been certain fluctuations with the gas fee, so we'll keep on updating that as well, and we'll keep on updating this threshold as well with the market cap fluctuations. If we increases, the threshold of this 2 billion goes down. If the market cap decreases, this threshold of 2 billion goes up. So it's kind of a manual process. It's not an automated process. So that's where there is a transition period. So we need to take that into account. But yeah, we have the functionality, and you can. So basically, the small investors get to make the claims every 3 days, whereas the big investors, they get to make the claim every day. So that's the functionality is already there, and it's been up and running.
Okay, next one, Flavio.
Hello? Can you guys
Hey,
hear me?
mate, yeah, we can hear you if you send your question.
So I was just wondering where I could hear this AMA after, because I missed the beginning.
It's been recorded, mate. I've got it on record now, so it'll be posted in the chat and then across socials.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks. Yeah, that's all.
People are asking also too about the difference in the prices. Like Trust Wallet shows us 1 minute 30% up, 40% down, and whatnot like that. Is there a way we can regulate that to show on all the things the same price?
So again, like it's based on the source, like the source of Trust Wallet. I think Trust Wallet picks up the price from CoinMarketCap. And we know like Trust Wallet has been facing a lot of glitches recently. So it's not something that's there with the token, but it's with the API of the price API that they are, picking it up from. So it's not something that we can control. It's something that the Trust Wallet or SafePal wallet has to control. But again, like we'll take it up with them that we are seeing a lot of discrepancies in the price.
I had an interesting question the other day that came through of if and when we go up to the new ACHs and the BNB pool starts filling up to a substantial amount that's really high, would it be possible to skim some of that and move it into the reserve for the future for if we do come down again, and just to sustain it? I said obviously we work on like you want to look at it over the year instead of each day, but I didn't know your take on that.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. I think somebody mentioned that earlier as well, the Fibonacci pools. I think that sounds good, and like that's taking a sustainable approach rather than an approach that goes with the momentum, and that's there right now. So I think it makes sense in the long term, and it also helps keep the pool afloat for like a longer duration. So again, this is something that's possible. So yeah, we'll have to. So we can make it a function of the market cap. So we can say like, okay, when we are, let's say, at 100 million market cap, so we can keep the max cap for BNB pool at, let's say, somewhere around 1,000. Again, just throwing up the numbers on. We have to run the simulations for it. And similarly, when we, let's say, hit a $200 million market cap, we can keep the pool at 2,000 BNB. And if there are more inflows than that, then that directly goes to the reserve pool. So yeah, this is a functionality that can be built in, definitely, and that's something that we are keen on as well.
Okay, great. The next question goes to SYLLA. Sorry about pronunciation. If you unmute, you can go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, I just want to make a contribution. Just trying to make the gamification more interesting. I think if we can integrate a gamble pool, like where instead of collecting your reward, you can either choose to collect the reward or put it in a gamble pool, in a way that every 24 hours, maybe let's say about 100 people can win this. Not everybody. Anybody can either choose to gamble your reward or take it. So, but if you gamble your reward, about maybe 100 people get to claim this reward. Maybe half of the reward goes back into the BNB pool. Then half of the reward is shared among just 100 people every day. I think it's kind of going to like make the holding more exciting.
Yeah, so it's kind of one of the games that we are planning. Again, like, it's not gambling, it's all rewards. Just to correct you on that. So yeah, so we have something. So it would be another game. It won't be integrated into the Hodl wheel itself, but like it would be another part of the gamification. So yeah, like something on similar lines is coming up.
Okay, if we take a question from Sir, SIR.
Yeah, hi everybody. I had a question for the dev. How are you? I was wondering if we can make more regular AMAs to just keep the sentiment a little bit leveled. If that's anything that we can consider in the future.
Yeah, so the idea is we'll be hosting weekly AMAs. I think that's a frequency that should be good for everyone. Yeah, like I think it's just like bad timing with the last week, the events and everything. So yeah, apart from that, I think we'll keep on hosting the weekly AMAs. I think we can have 2 time zones, like alternate. I think we can keep the AMAs on Saturdays or something. The first, like, so we can keep it alternative for like 2 time zones, so that like we can cover everything in 2 weeks, like all the people, so that people who are in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere across the globe, everyone can tune in and like ask their questions.
Any of the other mods want to jump in for any questions?
Can I just somebody earlier on mentioned about a dashboard, and I just want to, it's very funny actually, because while this AMA has been going on, there's a member of our community that's actually built a dashboard, or at least the sort of starting elements of a dashboard, and we were just chatting in the background around some cool ideas to sort of develop it further. So I heard it was brought up earlier on, and I just wanted to mention that actually we've got a great member of the community doing some amazing work there. So it'd be great to sort of point this individual your way, Dev, because I think he's doing some really cool stuff on that front.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really amazing. Like, yeah, I would love to speak to him.
Cool, I'll ping him your way. But it's funny, when the question was asked, I didn't hear it. You know, the guy who asked the question around our dashboard, because I was busy actually talking to this guy about the dashboard that he's making.
Yeah,
but he's a cool dude, and he's also been doing loads of great things for our project without anyone knowing. So I'll send him your way, but it looks very cool. So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe Lu, if you want to ask your question.
Hey, you're right. I was just a quick question. I was chatting to Pip Doge yesterday, and he mentioned about obviously price of Hodl is kind of affected in a way by the price of BNB, and about maybe build sort of having different liquidity pools tied to different coins, like even maybe USDT. Just wondering if he's spoken to you about that, Dev, and what your thoughts were on that.
I haven't spoken to him about that. I think yeah, like there have been a lot of conversations with Pitt on like multiple fronts. I don't recall having a conversation on this front. So I understand like what you're trying to say, like if the price of BNB gets affected, the price of Hodl gets affected in a way, right? But again, like I think it's something that we are witnessing right now since it's going in a downtrend. So we are calling it out. But again, the opposite is also true, right? Like when the price of BNB shoots up, the price of Hodl will also go up, the dollar value. So I think there are pros and cons to everything. And Hodl being a crypto project, it's never going to be immune from what's happening in the crypto world, because essentially what makes the Hodl investors right now are the crypto investors. We still haven't like tapped into the outer world. We are still like very early for that. Definitely that's the penultimate goal for us, like to venture out and increase the adoption for crypto in a way as well. But that's going to take some time. Obviously that's not going to happen within the first 6 weeks. That's going to take like months, probably years. But till we reach that point, I think these effects are going to be there. And but like as we said, like as we mentioned, with like new developments, more utility being added to the ecosystem, the effects for the same would be less and less pronounced.
Okay, let's go ahead with BK. Just unmute your mic, mate, and then you can ask a question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have 2 questions. One is, what do you think about a staking pool instead of rewarding the people based on volume, but just putting the rewards on a staking pool and taking out the interest? And sorry. And the second one is, what about claiming automatically and not manually?
Okay, I think staking is something that's an unsustainable thing, because to give like more tokens, you need to have those tokens. Either you have the minting functionality, or like you keep aside a large sum of tokens which you can essentially release later. So that essentially makes it an unsustainable model. That's the reason we ventured into this model of like taxing and volume based, and now we are bringing in like multiple revenue streams for like which adds to the BNB pool, taking some of the effect away from volume, right? So I think the core for the project is always like being around the passive income and making it a sustainable thing. But at the same time, what you mentioned around the staking pool, I think that's kind of something that's going to be hit with the loyalty program in a way. So the idea is, if you keep on like holding for a long duration, you're going to get like extra rewards. So that's in a way kind of like staking, but like for like set like number of users or hodlers, whatever you call it, who are like kind of staking it, or like putting the trust in the project, and like having the tokens for a long duration. The second one, I think I've already addressed it. Like we won't get into an auto claim feature. We'll always keep it manual. Again, the idea is we want to run advertisements as well on this page, and once we have like a good chunk of people visiting the page daily, we would monetize the page while running ads, and the revenue from that will again be added in, like that will directly go into the BNB pool. So that's going to add another revenue stream for everyone.
I'd like to expand on his question.
Sure.
So I had a couple people ask me this in DMs. It's related to staking. This might have been what he meant, but anyway, other people have asked it. Is the idea of basically taking the entire BNB claim pool and then investing it in some underlying asset, like staking it on something, like staking it on Pancake Swap liquidity pools, or staking it on Ethereum 2.0 or something, and then basically just taking the interest that you earn from that and paying that interest out to the hodlers. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think again, this is something that's doable. Like theoretically, it's possible, but again, it's something that's going to take away from the BNB pool, and that's not something that we want in the short term, right? I think once, let's say we hit that situation of what Ben touched upon earlier, wherein we have let's say we have 2000 BNB coming in at like 100 million market cap, right? So we have 1000 BNB in the main pool and 1000 BNB in the reserve pool, which is kind of outflowing. So probably then this 1000 BNB, which is lying on the side, is something that is being unutilized. So we can take that pool and like do all of these activities, but we wouldn't want to do it with the ongoing pool, because that's something that's the bread and butter for the project, right? So we don't want to be like paying up just solely from the interest that we gain from this, but it would be rather to like increase the BNB pool again. So it's about adding another revenue stream in a way, in a sense, to the main pool. So main pool is something that stays intact, that stays as it is. But yeah, like we can do all of this with the reserve pool.
Okay, Stifler Hodl loyalist has a question.
Hey, thanks for unmuting me. Hey man, nice to talk to you. I hope you're feeling great. I actually couldn't join earlier because I was in a meeting, but anyways, like I'll ask some questions. But if that's already been answered, you can let me know, and we'll just go to the next one. The first one was regarding the loyalty program. Has that already been discussed?
Yeah, we touched upon that.
Okay, so the second one was that what do you think is like a fair market cap of Hodl?
Okay, I think we answered the Reddit question. So I think you had the question here on Reddit.
Oh
You
yeah, I
posted
did.
a bunch of questions. So yeah, like we already answered that.
Oh, okay,
All of
great.
them.
And
Yeah.
and then did you get a chance to look at the ideas that I had mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
great.
do you want me to touch on anything specific, or like?
No, I mean, I was just curious, like, what do you think about the leaderboards? Like, I think I mentioned like a few ideas. One is that, if we can have leaderboards for the games that we have.
Yeah, so Adam just spoke about that. Like, so somebody from the community itself, like when we were having that conversation,
Yeah.
like somebody actually worked upon that, and like it's kind of being built by somebody from within the community itself. So it's pretty cool. Like, yeah, we're going to have a conversation with him, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, like it's something that we want to do. Again, like gamification was something that was preponed by like almost 5 months. So it was kind of a quick release. So not like with the full set of features that we wanted. So like, yeah, like more features are going to be released for the games. Like a better UI is going to come out as well. So these things are happening as we speak. Again, it's not the final product. Like more changes and enhancements will keep on happening to it.
Got it. And then, like, what about like a jackpot system? Like, what do you think about that idea? Like we could have everyone, like, if somebody maintains like certain amount of hodl in the wallet, then they get to like buy tickets in like a jackpot pool in which it could be like 0.01 BNB like we have for Hodl Wheel for each ticket, and then 50% goes to the winner and 50% goes to the reward pool, something like that. I think a lot of people here would be interested in entering in something like that.
Yeah, so we are building a game on same direction, like same principle, wherein like you put something in the pool and like either you win the pool or you lose the pool. If you lose, everything goes to the reward pool. If you win, like it basically circulates within the pool, right? So a new game is being built on the same principles.
Okay, so I'll ask 5 more questions, and then the dev can give the closing statement. The next one goes to Ryan. If you unmute your mic, you can speak. Okay, moving on to Pappy Presh. Pappy Presh, if you unmute your mic, you can speak.
Hey, Ben, at the end of this, I have a question. I'll wait till the very end, though.
You want to do it at the end, or you want to do it now?
I'll do it at the end.
Okay, mate, no problem. Okay, Vijay A, if you ask your question. Everyone who's asking to speak, once you're selected, your name's announced, please unmute your mic and then you can ask the question.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I think it was on mute. Hi, Dev. Thanks for giving the opportunity. So my question is regarding the Hodl Wheel. Do you have any plans to attract more users to Hodl Wheel? Because in the first few hours of the Hodl Wheel launch, we have seen good growth in the BNB pool, right? So that's the reason behind that.
Yeah, so I think that always happens, right? Because a lot of people were already hyped up for it, and it's like the excitement and the uncertainty around a new product. It happens with every launch as well. Any product launch that you take, for that matter of fact, like an iPhone gets released, it's like the sales are maximum on day one, and then it basically slowly trickles down, but like it still like maintains a decent amount, right? It sustains in that fashion. So I think that happens. That's true for like any release or any update as well. But at the same time, yeah, we are also getting out some specific marketing videos specifically for Hodl Wheel. Again, the YouTube collaboration that we have done. So the guy's gonna like make the new video on Hodl Wheel. So yeah, like that's going to create more awareness around it. We are also planning to have some PooCoin advertisements specifically for Hodl Wheel. So with that, we might see more influx coming into Hodl Wheel essentially.
Okay, we'll go with the Shilling Queen.
Hello.
If you can unmute your mic and then you can speak. No problem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just wondering, I was in hold a while back. Is this still going on? Like, is this a good time to put my money back in it? I was confident about keeping my money in here, and I'm not really sure what y'all's plans are, but I just want to know, is this the long-term hold?
Yeah, it's a long-term hold. Again, like we don't look into the price is an output. We look into the inputs, and inputs are the community, the marketing, the developments, the utility. So we have been building on that. We are releasing all the updates. We are releasing the new developments. The gamification has already been launched. NFTs are going to be next. We are going to be updating the roadmap for the next entire year. So this is not like a short-term project where you just like which came to light for like a few weeks and then it's done and dusted. It's here to stay. It's here to like create an impact. So that's that's what it is.
Okay, third question, Steve Hodl, you go ahead. You unmute your mic. You can ask a question.
Hiya, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, sorry. Fantastic project. Everything you're doing on this is fantastic. I absolutely love it. In terms of partnerships, I just wonder if you were doing anything there. I mean, I look at what goes on with SafePal, for example, and we're constantly promoting their product. And, there's got to be some opportunities for cross collaboration with some other brands that are out there. And I just wonder if you had anything in the works, maybe with SafePal, with other brands out there to do some cross collaboration and promotion.
Yeah, actually, we were just discussing this thing with one of the mods yesterday itself, having a collaboration with SafePal. I think as we move forward, more and more of these things are going to happen because the other partners also want a project which has been there for a certain period in time, has hit some milestones. I think we are ticking a lot of boxes right now with 90,000 holders, with the project being there for almost 6 weeks, more than 6 weeks now, with the developments coming out, with the gamification, and the updated roadmap. So I think it's a good time right now, and we'll be getting into a lot of partnerships now. It's I think with the passage of time, we have seen the conversations get easier and easier because we've already proved by our actions that this is a legit project. This is something that's there to create an impact, to change things, change how PSE works. So yeah, I think I think you'll be hearing more on that front in the coming weeks.
Okay, we'll go for the last two and then pass over to Pat. Crypto Kelly, if you unmute your mic, you can speak. Okay, moving on to Ilali 363.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope you're feeling better, Dev. I heard you had COVID.
Yeah, man, thanks.
That's good to hear. Well, first of all, I love the project. Love what you guys are doing. Just wanted, I'm not sure if it's already been asked, but is there any manual burns coming up or anything like that at all?
So there's an automatic burn that happens with every transaction. So 0.5% of every transaction gets automatically burned. The thing is we are going to do a lot of airdrops and stuff, right? So we need certain amount of tokens, but we were actually looking at burning somewhere around a few tokens, maybe 1 trillion or something. So yeah, we could do something around that aspect as well. But again, it's not going to be a big number that moves the needle, but it's going to be somewhere around which creates a fair impact.
Okay, last question. I think we've had there's only two left, but we'll go for TSAR.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
We also
Yeah.
go ahead, Tisar. But we also have Daniel. We should bring him up after this.
Okay, cool. Thanks. No, it's more of an observation. I noticed that the marketing world hasn't been claiming the rewards. Can you comment on that? Curious.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, right? Again, it's me being sick and not been active. I think that's the reason.
Okay, and we've got Daniel Moncada from Breaking Bad. He can come in and say hello.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? Deb, great to have
Hey,
you here,
Daniel,
sir.
fine. Nice to speak to you, mate.
Pleasure to talk to you, brother. Thank you for everything you're doing, man. Glad you feel better. And then I love what you're doing, man. That you were sick and you're got better, and right away you start doing the AMA, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, brother. I think like all of your wishes came true, and like like yeah, this is like I'm pretty excited to come back and like start hitting the things. Like there's so much to be done, and yeah, the developments. I'm really excited about the next few weeks. Actually, it's like a lot of challenges, but at the same time, like that's where the entire fun lies, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it was there's always got to be challenges in life and anything in general, So the more challenges, we gotta welcome them, and we just gotta be tough, and drive. Screw being a passenger. You gotta drive, and take it to your destination and where you want to go in life. And I'm very happy to be a part of the team. Thank you, Dane, for bringing me along, and all the admins, anybody that has anything to do on the chat, all the holders, the devs, everybody. I just want to thank everybody. I'm very excited to be part of this beautiful project. I'm a big fan of the project. Super grateful to be here, and I know we're gonna do a lot of great things. I have a lot of good ideas. So hopefully we'll be able to put those in perspective and be able to capitalize on the opportunities we could do. And hopefully we take this not hopefully we're gonna take this project to the moon, let's say. No, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. We are going there, and like with you on board, like I think it's going to the Mars, like not to the moon.
Oh, yes, sir. I love it. I love it. Yeah, man. I'm very excited. Like I said, I have a lot of ideas. I've been talking to Dane about a few ideas, and I can't wait to put them into work.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people that I have ideas of who to bring in, and be able to. I can't really say too much, but all I can say is I have a lot of great ideas. I've been talking to Dane, so.
You want to give him a
Yeah.
little teaser, Daniel, or you want to keep that on the DL for now?
I mean, tell him, bro. Tell him a little something. Give him a little something just to kind of give him an idea of what we're trying to do, man.
Well, Daniel's been filming. If you guys know who he is, from Better Call Saul and from Breaking Bad, so he's gotten into character pretty well recently, and he's also got some pretty badass equipment of his own for creating content on a studio level, not just like some spoof meme video, but like the stuff you'd see on TV and Netflix and the movies and shit. So we're kind of exploring options on how best to use Daniel and his awesome character that he's created, and kind of collab that with Hodl. But I won't say much more than that.
Wow,
I
that's
think
awesome. Yeah, that's going to be like amazing, man.
Just give him a little tease, just a little tease.
You tell us, Daniel. We'd like to hear from you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Dane basically kind of said it. I don't want to say more because then I'll give up the whole idea. But we just I mean, how can I say it? When was the last time you seen a commercial for crypto, or so some sort of like commercial, like something like how you say how can I say it? Like I said, without really giving anything up. Okay, when was the last time you seen anybody endorse a crypto in a commercial, so to speak? I don't think it's ever been done, right? And when was the last time you seen anybody doing like behind the scenes on a crypto, like when you're doing some type of filming? It hasn't been done, right? So that's why we're trying to kind of work some stuff out like that with Dane and the Hodl team, to make it a lot different than any other crypto, like to have like TikTokers or YouTubers just talking about it. We want to go to a next level and explore those options and have people really look at Hodl in a different way, not just as a crypto, but more of a like, oh man, these guys are really doing big things with celebrities, and like I said, I have a lot of connections, so I'm trying to bring some of those connections to Hodl, and make Hodl like the biggest thing that has ever happened in the crypto world.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
man.
Exciting.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying
that's
to,
going to be like really amazing, really exciting.
so you know,
Thanks, man. Cheers. That's got some people excited.
That's crazy, man. Thanks, Daniel.
no, thank you guys. I'm just, like I said, I'm just very grateful to be part of the Huddle team, and like I said, I just want to make it a lot better than the than the other cryptos. Not just, I don't want Huddle to just be any crypto, because like the fact that a lot of people don't realize that the BNB rewards that we're getting, man. It's, a lot of people complain, oh, like, why it's so little, and this, it's like, you're getting free money, man. You're never gonna get this type of money from the bank. Let's say, for example, just give a number, easy number. Let's say you have $100,000 in the bank, right? You're not gonna get like $1,000 a year if you hold your money in the bank. You're probably gonna get anywhere from 75 to $100 a year just for holding on to your bank account. That's nothing. If you had 100,000, let's say, invested into Huddle, you will get a lot more than $1,000 a year. A lot more. Maybe even, and you'll probably even, I don't know how the math works, but I know you'll get at least, like, maybe like a one BNB every so often, where in the bank you will not get nowhere a BNB a year. So for you to be able to get rewards every day, every day, every day, you add them up a month, it's a lot of money. That, what I do is, when I collect my rewards, I just throw it back into Huddle, and I just buy more Huddle, and then, like that, I'll get more rewards every day. So invest,
Yeah, that's
invest,
the thing.
invest. Hmm.
That's the thing with the smaller investors as well. They're that say come from a third world country or something like that. This is paying for their food or their family's food, or we've
Yes,
seen
sir.
it. They're paying for their whole community's food. Just from a few dollars
Hmm.
a day, they're making massive changes.
Hmm. And yeah, that's a beautiful thing, because I myself, a lot of people know, I come from a third world country. I came from Honduras when I was 11, and I was in the chat, maybe like a week and a half ago, and I was talking to a lot of people, and I was telling them my stories, like when I was little, like, I mean, to be able to eat meat, a chicken, any type of meat, it's a luxury, really. You really, it's a luxury. Beans and rice and little stuff like that. That's kind of what you eat every day, like starches, because they're cheap. So for you to be able to eat meat every day is a luxury. Where right now, for example, if in a third world country you get like $1 a day on crypto, I mean, a few people could eat out of $1. It sounds almost impossible for us, because in America and in Europe, $1, it's worth not a lot to us, but in the third world country, $1 will probably be equal as maybe like $20 to us. So for $1, you, like, maybe like three or four or five people could eat. Where in the States and in Europe, $1 in euro, it was really nothing. But for a third world country, man, it's huge. It's really huge. And like I said, I come from a third world country, so for me to be able to have $1 when I was in Honduras, like, even right now, I would probably eat like maybe like three or four times, like, good meals with meat and everything. So I mean, all I could say is, a Huddle is a game changer, and there's so many things that we could do in the world, that we could help out in different aspects, like you say, like, there's people that are feeding the villages, and feeding a lot of people. We just buy the reward. So I think there could be a lot of things that we could do to help out the world, and maybe make donations in places. Obviously, there's a lot of things with charity that people always want to take a little bit of extra change, because the money is there. So I think we could do some type of something where we could kind of make donations in certain areas, in certain countries, where the people that are really trustworthy, and then people that will be able to feed the villages. And I mean, we in one thing, it will be helping the world, be helping with hunger, and at the same time, we bring people to know that Huddle, it's a beautiful project, that you get free money every day. So you kill two birds, one stone. You get out there, you make you have awareness for the people that are very unfortunate, and at the same time we shine light of in the crypto world that the Hodl is the best one out there. So if that makes any sense, I kind of went off topic a little bit, but I just got excited. Sorry.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense because Danny, we've been talking about that for a while now, and that's Pitt. Pitt's been talking about it. I've been talking about it. You have, Dane. There's a lot of us that have been talking about it, and we see the bigger picture of this, not just self-indulgence of making ourselves money, but the capabilities that and utility that this coin has to bring everybody to the table to eat.
Exactly, and then I was talking to you, Kenneth. It's like I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know. I'm very, very open. I have no shame. I was incarcerated. I went to prison when I was younger. I was young and dumb. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm very grateful that I was able to go to jail for a very long period of time. I went in 3 times, 2 different times. The first time I didn't learn, I was stupid. The second time I learned, I ended up doing 5 years, 11 months. Like I said, nothing to be proud of, but I'm very grateful for that I had the opportunity to go to jail, even though those sounds kind of stupid, but I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to go to jail because it made me the person that I am right now. It made me appreciate the little things in life. For example, like having a conversation with all you guys. I'm looking at my phone right now and I'm able to see. There's people that can't see. I'm grateful when I wake up in the morning and I have pain, let's say for example, on my foot because I don't know because I hit something, right? I'm grateful because I had pain in my foot. There's people that don't have no feeling on their whole leg. So I look at things a little different because I've gone through a lot in my life, and like I said, being in jail, and there's so many things that we could do in the world with Huddle if we really like get our ideas together and have collaborate with every single person that like for example in the AMA right now we could collaborate so good that we could really make this like a beautiful thing where we could donate to people. Let's say, for example, people that had no prison, that they want to rehabilitate themselves. Because when I was in prison, I was in California, right? It says it was before it was CDC, which was California Department of Corrections, right? Then excuse me my language, you guys, but the government is full of shit. So they wanted to they wanted to add an R, which the R would be rehabilitation. So it'd be CDCR, California Department of Corrections Rehabilitation. But the R was just bullshit. It was more to get more money from the states where I was in there. I wanted to take college courses, but they were telling me no because you're in jail and let's say I was in the hole, right? Something happened. I went to the hole, and they didn't want me to take college courses because they're like, oh, you lost your privilege. You're in the hole. Where it's like doesn't matter if you're in the hole or not. I mean, you want to rehabilitate yourself. You want to do better for when you get out of jail. You're not going to be just an ex-con prison that don't have no education. So you want to be able to better yourself when you're in there. So when you get out, you'll be able to give out to the community the best that you can. But they don't let you. They don't rehabilitate you. So if we could do kind of some sort of things like that with Huddle, where we could kind of help out like ex-cons that not just any ex-cons that really want to better themselves. Like I said, food for like homeless people, people in third world countries. Like this, I mean, there's so many avenues that we could go where we could benefit, where we could bring awareness to other cryptos and people and investors. I mean, a lot of investors they really want to invest. Like I'm gonna give an example. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, he wants to with what was the thing that he was trying to do with but he's basically about the earth, right? Everything that has to do with earth, he wants to help out with if somebody could give me a little hand, I forgot something about
the
something
environment.
about there you go, the environment.
Environment.
Yeah, environment. I forgot the exact word what it is, but it's something about the environment that he wants to help. So imagine just him hearing about Huddle and be like, oh, these guys are doing this, these guys are doing that. He'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna throw $1 million in there because those are guys are trying to do something. It might be a donation, he might just be a holder, but I'm just giving you an example of like what the things that we could do and the awareness that we could bring to celebrities and people like that are willing to invest money because they want to see the world be better, a better place. So I don't know, just kind of got a
Yeah,
little
that's
excited.
what we. Yeah, it's what we were saying even last night. Create a community village wallet for some of these villages, and somebody trusted from that village, is the one that collects the rewards and daily to pass it out, in food or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of ideas.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we could just make this grow and grow and grow. I mean, it's just so many things. And like you were saying, Kenneth, it's like have somebody that's trustworthy and that's not gonna just take the money and run with it. Imagine if we have like a setup in like few villages, like here and there, all around the world in the poorest countries that they are, like third world countries. It's like how beautiful would that be for us to be able to help people that are really in need, like really, really in need. A lot of people complain, oh, I didn't get a chance to eat my filet mignon with lobster. It's like, man, you complaining about not eating a lobster when people are suffering. They can't even take a shower because they got to go to another village and carry a bucket. I mean, I'm talking about from experience. I remember my grandma when I was little. We used to go to we used to walk like maybe like 2 miles, and my grandma used to put a bucket on her head like for like 2 miles, carrying a bucket of water to to our village to be able to have water for the whole day. So if we could facilitate that and kind of help people out like that, I think that'll be a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this community is you've got a lot of people that want to help. It's not that they're being told to and they're like, oh, there's a lot of people that want to make changes. And like you say, a lot of people have made mistakes in life. And if they've got that chance to correct it and show the good and give back and things like that, that's what Hodl's done. Like, for instance, in the past of the crypto, a lot of people made mistakes just in the crypto market. And Hodl gives them that chance to correct it. It gives them that chance to actually hodl. And there's loads of things that we can do, like with the charity aspects. And they're already what we've done. There's messages upon messages of people saying, thank you so much. You've changed my life. You've changed my family's life. Like just today, we gave like 64 billion tokens away just because we hit 90,000 holders. Like, and that will just get better. But that's going to people that like need it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and thank you there for everything you're doing, man. I know you. That I heard a lot of things that you're doing, and I'm really you say and not I'm we could say a little bit shocked on how you put everything in perspective and everything that you're doing, man, and the growth that we're gonna have in the next coming up weeks and years is gonna be a beautiful thing, man. It's like like I said, I'm very excited to be here. I'm very grateful, and I just can't wait for us to just keep growing as a community, as a family, the Huddle Cartel, man.
Hey, Danny.
Yes, sir.
I hate to ask this of you, but just for those for the doubters that we do have, could you clarify whether you're whether you were endorsed by Hodl to do this, or if you came to
I'm a
Hodl on your own?
holder.
Because we defend you a lot. Thank you very much, sir.
I'm a holder, my man. I mean, I'm a holder, and I'm here because I mean, Huddle is a different. It's just, Huddle is just different, man. Like I said, it's who does not like to give free money every day? Like, tell me, what other crypto gives you free BNB every day? It makes you even want to buy more. Like I said, like every time I collect my rewards, I had two options: either I just kind of hold them and I go buy another crypto, or I just throw it back in the pot and make my rewards fatter for the next day and the next day and the next day. Imagine if I do 30 days of BNB rewards. I mean, if I throw them all back into Huddle, I mean, I'm gonna keep on getting more. So you could either save your rewards and go put them in another crypto and gamble it, or you could just throw it back in Huddle, buy more, and make more. So I'm a holder. I'm not selling anything. I seen the market crash. It went from 35 million to like what 8 or 9. I mean, I didn't panic. I just hold. You know, it's Huddle, man.
Yeah, thanks Dan for like saying all of this and like sharing your stories. I think that's the underlying thing, right? Like we're all here for like creating an impact, and like Ben mentioned, like there have been so many people whose lives have been touched upon with this thing, and that's the thing that drives you essentially, right? That's the thing that motivates you and like makes you want to give your like 100% every day, every night, and that's what like makes you go the extra mile. So I
Hmm.
think yeah, thanks a lot for like sharing the stories and being a part of this project. And yeah, like
Sure.
these words are something like that makes us go harder each and every day. And yeah,
Hmm.
like good things are gonna come. It's just the start. We're still like super early. Uh, we are just going to keep on building this ecosystem. Yeah, like we'll also look into the aspect of like how can we create more impact. Maybe reach out to people with your support and in the third world countries. Like do something for them. Create more avenues wherein like Hodl can create more impact in this world. Yeah, like there's no end to it, and that's what we want to change about this world. We want to make it a better planet for everyone.
Yes,
I'd
sir.
like to actually take a second and just for the community, for the people that are listening on here, if you are directly been affected in a positive way by hodl, I know we have some like our friends from Nigeria and India and other parts of Africa and stuff like that that are hodlers, and it has impacted your life. We'd love later on after today and stuff like that if you could post photos, if you can share some of the stories and stuff like that. I think people would love to hear these types of things of how hodl has changed your life. And we're also, we'd love to put these things into like, like on Reddit and stuff like that as well too, and just blast it out there. I think it's good for the community to see that it's not just about the money, but it's about creating that impact and that change for everybody as well too. And I think it'll really like help as well too for the coin as well too.
Highly agree with that, my man. Highly agree. And there's a lot of people. I mean, me for example, I have a little problem when people try to like celebrities, so to speak, right? That when they take pictures and they kind of have like a video and then they kind of promote that giving back. It all depends on how you do it. If you want to like do it as for people to see and motivate people to be able to kind of do the same, I think it's a great cause. It's a beautiful thing. I just have a problem when people try to do it more for like a selfish reason and they record themselves kind of giving money and just more like oh hey look guys I'm giving money. But I like it when
Self-promoting
people,
themselves.
yeah, exactly, self-promoting, just be like hey look guys I'm a nice guy, I'm giving money away. But like I think what we're doing is more of a we bring awareness to the crypto community that you don't, not to be a greedy bastard really. It's like make some money but still give out to the people that really need it, like third world countries, ex-cons, like people that need it, like not just take the money and just keep on getting greedy. That's the beautiful part about Huddle, that you guys want to help, and it's not about promoting it and say hey guys, like come and join Huddle because you know you're gonna make a lot of money. It's like more like hey look, you're gonna make money but you could still help out people. And like you said, Raj, to promote it out there, throw it out there that how has Huddle changed your life, how has Huddle changed other people's lives. It makes people more aware of what's really going on in the world, instead of just being in the crypto world and just collect and collect and collect. So I think that's a great thing, that what you say, Raj. The Huddle father. Yeah, just bring awareness to the community and know that we want to help. that we're here to help and that we're here to grow, and that we just want to make Hodl the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, that's also got to be said for like people doubting the dev that it shouldn't really be doing it anymore, because I've seen firsthand, and it hasn't been promoted, but he's helped out a serious amount of people that have had problems. There's been like hospital bills or anything like that. I'm not going to say figures or names, but I've seen it firsthand. This guy's gone in his pocket and literally paid him just to help him, and hasn't wanted it like going out because he doesn't want that self-promote. But that's the type of dev that you guys have on this project.
Thank you, Deb. Thank you for everything you do, brother. Really.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Ben. Yeah.
Thank you, Ben, too. Big Ben.
No worries.
I gotta go back to getting ready though. We're gonna be filming with my fiance tomorrow, and so I gotta go get back and read my my dialogue and get ready for everything. But I just wanted to come and say hi real quick, and but I get too excited and I stay here for a little while. But I gotta go. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you, Dane, for bringing me along. Ben, for everything you do. Kenneth, Raj, everybody that's listening, all the holders. And big thanks to to the dev, man, for everything you're doing, brother. This is a great project, and like I said, I'm very grateful to be part of it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks, Daniel.
Good luck, man.
Hi, guys. Guys, have a good day. Thank you.
You, brother.
Thanks, Dan. You too.
Thank you.
Okay, Dev, if you want to close out.
Well, just before we close out, we've heard a lot today from a lot of questions, and everything was answered. And I just want to make sure if there's anybody in the community that still has doubts about the project, if you could just raise your hand, because we heard a lot. Like, if you still have doubts about this project, something's really going on. So if you still have, I'm looking for fresh hand raises right now, and I don't see anybody raising hands. So yeah, if everyone seems to be good, I guess we can close out. But I just wanted to make sure everybody feels heard and understood in the community.
Yeah, if there are any more questions, happy to answer them. Else we can just close it off.
Yeah, that's cool. And just congratulations to everyone that won the giveaways today. There's lots of giveaways running each day, so don't feel disheartened if you don't win one. Just stick around, stay on the chat, keep shilling, and it will happen with time. You'll be chosen. We're working up now towards the 100,000 holders, and that's going to be a nice amount of big giveaways. So yeah, stick around, keep shilling, and thank you for everything that you guys are doing for us. Okay, closing AMA.
Thank you.